sa station ng pulis na sumasakop po sa BGC, kung ito po ba ay legitimate na operation. Pero hindi po dapat nagpapaputok sa harap ng mga civilian. Alam ba nila na nandoon po ako? Sa gitna po nagpaputok, hinabol sa likod. Kaya po, Mr. Chair, tinitake ko po ito kung hindi po magkakaroon ng police report na kung ano man po itong insidente na ito, tinitake ko po ito as personal threat sa aking seguridad. Dahil alam niyo naman po, Mr. Chair, 'di ba, minsan na po akong pinagbantaan ng dating presidente Duterte at sa araw-araw na pagsasalita din ng Vice President Sara Duterte ay ako ay sinisingle out. Kaya po, Mr. Chair, gusto ko po sana na magkaroon na ng full incident report or police report sa nangyari kahapon doon sa BGC. At maituring po ito na makonsider itong serious. Dahil siguro tayo po, ako tinitignan ko rin ito na may kinalaman sa aking trabaho dahil alam niyo naman po ako yung very vocal doon sa pagsasalita sa mga committee, sa Quadcom, sa good government. Kaya po sana po ay mapatawag natin ang station commander, i-report itong insidente na ito, at yung dalawang pulis, yung isa doon ay nagpaputok. So hindi dapat nangyayari yan, lalong-lalo na sa gitna ng mga civilian, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we take note of the the manifestation of Congresswoman Franz Castro. Nandito naman po ang ating mga kawani ng Philippine National Police, ang office ng CIDG. So please, who is representing CIDG here now? The NPNP? May I know, Colonel, what is your name?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, I am Police Colonel David Poklay of the CIDG, the Deputy Director for Operation. And I
Okay.
represent Police Brigadier General Torres. Sir.
Okay, thank you, Colonel. Colonel,
Thank you, sir.
I believe you heard what Congresswoman Castro has stated before this committee, and it is of paramount importance for the committee as well as the whole House, to protect its members, dahil sa nangyaring yan, we would request that you facilitate and submit to this committee the report, the police report on that incident that happened last night, Congresswoman Castro. Anong oras po yan?
Bandang 10:30 to 11, Mr.
Around
Chair.
that time sa BGC area. So please coordinate with the Chief of Police of Makati as well as the station commander of the said district.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, it's Taguig.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, it's Taguig. Correction. It's in the city of Taguig. Okay. So
Thank you.
PNP, please take note of that and submit the report to this committee. So now we will now proceed with the admin matters. No, ito napakahalaga po nitong admin matters, and then after the admin matters, we will proceed with the interpellations of the members. Those members who wish to interpellate on the issue of drugs sa ating mga resource persons, please call the attention of the committee secretary and have your name listed as one of the interpellators. So at this point, we'd like to recognize Congressman Caraps Paduano for the admin matters.
Thank you, Chairman. First of all, I would like to apologize to the members of this committee, to the chair, co-chairs, and of course to the resource person. Masama na pong pakiramdam ko, kaya po hindi ko pwedeng tanggalin yung mask ko. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, first on the admin matters is the invitation for former Mayor Tumang, and we have in receipt of an excuse letter signed by Attorney Nicole Rose Margaret Amelia of the David Amelia Law Offices, stating that Mayor Tumang is not feeling well, and it's all about his medical condition, Mr. Chairman. And but he never sent a medical certificate. With that, Mr. Chairman, I respectfully move that COMSEC to issue a letter for Mayor Tumang to explain and submit to this committee the medical certificate with regards to his excuse letter in today's hearing. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to require
Yeah.
Mayor Tumang to submit to
Medical
this
cert-
committee a medical certificate.
Yep.
for failing to appear in our committee hearing today. Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, motion is carried.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is the letter excuse sent to us by former Deputy Ombudsman Arthur Carandang. This is a lengthy letter, and I move, Mr. Chairman, to defer the letter or letter excuse of former Deputy Ombudsman Arthur Carandang to be discussed on the later part of this hearing. So move, Mr. Chairman. Defer.
So there is a request to defer, and we will defer as requested by Committee Chair Congressman Caraps Paduano. We
Mr.
will
Chairman,
defer discussion on
yes.
the issue of Arthur Carandang.
This is in relation with Art Karandang. Mr. Chair, I just wanted to submit all the documents pertaining to the invitation to that personality. Somebody texted me the documents, but since that we're going to discuss it in a later part of this hearing, gusto ko po sanang i-submit lang kay Chairman Paduano.
Okay, thank you, Congressman. Please proceed, Congressman Paduano.
Thank
you,
you,
Congressman
Chairman.
Fernandez.
Next in line is the excuse letter of Mr. Benny Antiporda, since he is now in Taiwan and will be back tomorrow. Now, Mr. Chairman, with this excuse of Mr. Benny Antiporda, may we request the Bureau of Immigration to submit to this committee the proof that indeed today Mr. Benny Antiporda is in Taiwan, his travel records, and he's coming back tomorrow, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman, for the BID.
Okay, BID, please take note of the request of Congressman Paduano.
Next in line is the excuse letter from Colonel Marvin Marcos. He's asking to be excused because of the wedding anniversary, and he's now on leave. DPRM is Colonel Marvin Marcos is on leave. Please submit to this committee the official document that will prove that that indeed Colonel Marvin Marcos is on leave.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Yes, Mr. Chair, we will check our records and we will submit the same, Mr. Chair.
Thank
Good
you.
morning, Your Honor.
Now, next is a letter coming from, excuse letter once again, coming from Attorney Manscarpio. And he take note of a case filed against Jimmy Goban. With this, Mr. Chairman, it's a lengthy discussion with regards to this. And for, in terms of time, I move to defer this discussion on that letter of the Attorney Manscarpio on the later part of this hearing, Mr. Chairman. So move.
Okay, there is a request to defer discussion on the excuse letter sent to us by Attorney Manscarpio, and there seems to be no objection from our members. We will defer discussion on this, the said subject matter.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is the letter excuse of Mr. Antonio Reyes, Municipal Assessor of Mexico, Pampanga. He has a meeting set with the Ombudsman today, prior meeting. So this, Mr. Chairman, I move that we require Antonio Reyes to submit to this committee proof that indeed he has a meeting with the Ombudsman, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman.
I did not quite get the last.
We move to require Mr. Antonio Reyes to submit to this committee proof that indeed he has a business or a meeting with the Ombudsman, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to require Antonio Reyes to submit to this committee proof of his meeting with the Office of the Ombudsman. Siya ang magsasubmit.
Yes, of
Okay.
course, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so there is a request, no, for that. There's no need for a motion for that. We will just require him to submit to this committee. Yes, continue, Congressman Paduano.
Next is invitation for General Katapang of UCOR He has an official function daw, December 12, 2024, and he sent a representative. Is there any representative from the
Is
Bucor?
there a representative from, may we know, sir, what is the name of the
Uh,
representative of General Katapa?
I am Assistant Secretary Al I. Pereras, the Deputy Director General for Administration of the Bureau of Corrections.
Thank you, sir.
Bakit wala siya? Ano yung-
He's now at COMELEC, and for the MOA signing among the COMELEC, PAO, Bucor, regarding the rights of the PDL to participate in the electoral process.
That is today.
Yes, today at 9 o'clock.
Ano lang po, baka makahabol siya mamaya. No?
Ah,
Kung
po,
matapos
tawagan
niya.
ko.
Okay, thank you. Now, next is letter coming from Architect Alex Tumang. He's attending a wedding on December 12 today, 2024. It is Mr. Chairman, may we direct the COMSEC for Mr. Architect Alex Tumang to submit to this committee proof to justify his excuse in today's hearing.
So directed, COMSEC, please comply.
And next is an excuse letter and a motion to lift contempt coming from Miss Cassandra Ong. This is also a lengthy discussion, Mr. Chairman, so I move that we defer discussion on the motion to lift contempt for Cassandra Ong. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Now, there is a motion to defer the request of, to defer action on the request of Miss Cassandra Leong. Cassandra Leong's detention for dito, no? Dito sa atin. Dito, saan ba siya nakadito?
Lifting of contempt.
I'm sorry, okay. There is a motion to request deferment of the discussion on the request of Cassandra Leong's lifting of the contempt order of the committee. So we will discuss that later. There is no need for a motion. So COMSEC, please comply.
And next, Mr. Chairman, is letter coming from Mr. Tony Yang. The same motion to lift and the contempt and detention order. We will discuss this, Mr. Chairman, the later part of this hearing.
So another request to defer discussion is on the motion of the letter of Mr. Tony Yang regarding his this committee's contempt order on Mr. Tony Yang. So we will discuss that later before we adjourn in our committee hearing today.
Now, next, Mr. Chairman, is the case of Miss Alice Go, or Go Amping, now detained by virtue of court order in connection with the criminal case filed against her. With this, Mr. Chairman, we also defer discussion on this subject matter on the later part of this hearing.
So we will likewise defer the action of the committee on the contempt order of Miss Go Aping or Alice Go.
Now, Mr. Chairman, we have also received a motion for reconsideration with regards to the contempt and detention order for Major Leo Raraga. But for the information of everyone, we have also received a copy of the letter coming from the PNP alumni. Ito ba batch mo or the whole alumni o class 2006? COMSEC, is it letter coming from 2006 or
The whole alumni.
whole alumni requesting for temporary release of Major Laraga? But the problem with this, Mr. Chairman, just for the information of everyone, Major Laraga, through his lawyer, has filed a motion for certiorari in the Supreme Court, Mr. Chairman. And now he's asking us for the contempt order to be lifted while he has filed. Do you have a lawyer with you now? So who filed that motion? Sino po nag-file ng certiorari sa Supreme Court?
From Visayas, sir.
From?
Sa Visayas, sir, galing
Sino nga?
sa
Sino?
Cebu. Attorney Vice.
Is that present today?
No, sir.
So you're
Siya,
asking this
nag-file
committee
lang
to
siya.
lift the contempt while you file a certiorari case in the Supreme Court?
Ah, Mr. Chair, because yun po kasi daw yung una, yun yung remedy daw, sir. So, we just avail of the remedy, sir. And all other...
Eh, naniwala ka sa lawyer mo. Eh, yung problema mo ngayon, you're asking us to lift the contempt. Eh, ang problema dito, Mr. Chairman, in bad faith. Kasi you filed it in the Supreme Court, then at the same time, you file a motion for reconsideration in the House. In this this committee. Now, anyway, Mr. Chairman, we will discuss this on the later part na lang po. Oh,
Sige,
Major.
we will discuss that later on. In the meantime, you can confer with your lawyers as to the uh, actions that you should take, no, in order for the committee to lift the contempt order. Kasi dalawa yung ginawa mo. Nag-file ka nag-certiorari ka sa Supreme Court, tapos nagre-request ka sa amin ng lifting of the contempt order. Kung hindi mo final sa Supreme Court, maaaring na-lift na yung contempt mo. So I think you should confer with your lawyer.
You talk to your lawyer. Okay? You talk to your lawyer. Do you have a number? Your lawyer. You talk to him para he will give you legal advice with regards to that. Okay, next. Mr. Chairman is the invitation for, this is the third time, invitation for Police Colonel Grijaldo. He was
So,
issued a show cause order and on November 8 and a subpoena anti-stificandum November 7 and a subpoena anti-stificandum on November 8. He did not attend the hearing.
So,
Now, Mr. Chairman, we are in receipt of a letter coming from the Chief of Orthopedic Department of the PNP, from Krame, from Police Colonel Dominic Guevara, and he's stating that the medical condition of Police Colonel Grijaldo, I would like to read the later at the lower part of the letter, Mr. Chairman. Based on my medical opinion, the patient is ambulatory and capable of moving independently. Therefore, he is physically able to attend the hearing. However, as his overall health condition, it will be prudent to confer with his attending physician. Signed, Police Lieutenant Colonel Lionel Garcia. Now-
Congressman Paduano, I believe the PNP medical doctors are present in order to update us on the status of Colonel Grijaldo. Since Colonel Grijaldo is not around, hindi ko malaman kung bakit ngayon ay lagi kang absent. Samantalang ikaw ay pinatawag ng kapulungang ito ng 4 na beses. Pero sa Senado, 1 beses ay ikaw ay nag-attend. So, may we know the name of the physician of the Philippine National Police?
Good afternoon, Sir Chairman, Your Honor. Police Colonel Dominic Guevara, Chief of the PNP General Hospital, Your Honor.
Yes, what can you tell this committee about the health? Yes, Congressman Akop.
I don't know if the good doctor has taken
If the committee wishes to require the good doctor to take his oath, yes, we will. And the first-time attendees of this committee hearing, pwede po ba sabay-sabay na lang para to save on time? Comsec, you are directed to administer the oath of our resource persons that attended this committee hearing for the first time.
Those who are attending for the first time, please stand. And please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this congressional inquiry, so God may help you? Yes, sir, the oath has been administered.
Okay, maraming salamat. Please identify yourselves and for the record, state your position in the Philippine National Police. Yes, you first, Dr. Colonel Guevara.
Good afternoon, Sir Chairman, Your Honor. I'm Police Colonel Dominic P. Guevara, the Chief of the PNP General Hospital.
The other gentleman,
Good afternoon, Your Honors. I'm Police Lieutenant Colonel Leonel R. Garcia, Chief Orthopedic Department po of PNP General Hospital.
the other gentleman.
Your Honor, sirs, I'm Police Lieutenant Colonel Donato Lazaro, the Chief PE Section for National Headquarters Health Service.
Thank you. So, we just like to get an update no dun sa status nung health ni Colonel Grijaldo kasi very concerned ang committee sa kanyang health no dahil it seems that after 4 invitations he failed to attend and citing his reason as not feeling well or may have undergone a medical procedure at yung isa naman ay hindi daw siya ambulatory. So can you please inform this committee ano ba yung totoong kalagayan nitong si Colonel Grijaldo ito?
Yes, Your Honor, Sir Chairman. Last December 3, the Directorate for DPRM of the PNP sent a memo for the PNP Health Service to conduct a validation and a medical evaluation on the condition of Police Colonel Grijaldo, he was presently confined at a Pasig Health Facility. So due to that, December 5, the health service were able to dispatch a medical team to conduct such a procedure for a medical evaluation. And here with me, together with me, is the Chief of the Orthopedic Section of the PNP General Hospital, and he will be the one to explain further the evaluation that was conducted on Colonel Grijaldo. Thank you, Sir Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Colonel Guevara. Colonel Garcia, the head of the orthopedic department ng PNP General Hospital.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, please inform this committee.
Your Honor, last December 5, we went to Pasig Doctors Medical Center to assess the orthopedic condition of Police Colonel Grijaldo. So upon checking the patient is awake, coherent, cooperative, and ambulatory. And upon knowing, sir, na he underwent arthroscopic shoulder surgery last December 2, and 1 day post-operatively, he underwent physiotherapy bedside po, sir.
So, does that make him unable to attend mga meetings kagaya nito?
On my orthopedic point of view, sir, the patient, yes, may be able to attend this hearing, but depende po yun, sir, kung papayagan siya ng kanyang attending physician. So, hindi po kasi namin nakita, hindi ko po nakita yung kanyang medical record, which is hindi po sa amin, hindi po kami pinayagan ng hospital. Makita yung kanyang
Mr.
medical
Chair,
record.
sorry, may I ask?
Yeah. Okay, Congresswoman Pami Zamora.
Sir, sinabi mo, nakita mo siya ng December 5?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi, December 2 siya nagka-procedure.
Opo.
And then the next, because when you saw him on December 5, sabi mo, ambulatory siya.
Yes, ma'am.
Tapos, kailan siya nakalabas?
Hindi pa po siya nakakalabas.
Hindi siya nakakalabas. Oh. Okay. Is there a reason, would you know, sir, kung bakit hindi siya nakakalabas?
On my opinion, ma'am, no?
Opo.
So baka po mayroon pa siyang mga underlying medical condition
Mm-mm.
na
Oo.
baka po hindi pa siya nakiklear ng kanyang attending physician.
Baka acute stress disorder. Oo. Okay. And so, if the procedure was December 2, because itong katabi ko si Kong PM, nagkaganon din siya eh. Am I right, Kong PM?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And how long did it take you to, when you want, I'm sorry, I know this is out of line, but how long, I just want to make sure, kasi naiinis na ako eh. How long did it take you from your procedure to go back home?
It took me 2 days, Mr. Chair.
Okay, 2 days.
Mr.
So,
Chairman.
okay.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, SDS Gonzales.
Well, Mr. Chairman, sa mga nanonood mga doktor, ako, 2 knee surgery, MTL and ACL. After my surgery, nagbike na po ako kagad at pinalakad na po ako ng doktor. Baka parang iniunsulto po natin yung mga doktor natin. Parang hindi po yan kapapaniwala, no? At meron po akong broken shoulder sa basketball also. At therapy lang po yan. Hindi po yan inihiga. Pag inihiga mo yan, lalo kang mahihirapan. Kaya baka nanonood po yung mga doktor dito sa ating bansa o sa ibang bansa. Baka tatawanan po tayo pag yung mga reason nyo ganyan. So yun lang po, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Gonzales. Are you done, Congresswoman
Sorry,
Zamora?
Mr. Chair, I think we've given him, what's his name? Colonel Hector Grijaldo enough leeway. Sobrang bait na natin sa kanya, and I think it's the right time to make an appropriate motion. Sumusobra na siya. This is, I believe, his 4th time to skip the Quadcom, and pero sa Senate wala naman siyang rotator cuff syndrome. I'm sorry, but I really believe it's high time that with the indulgence of all the chairmen, that I move to cite Colonel Hector Grijaldo in contempt, Mr. Chair.
Seconded.
Okay. There's a motion. I was waiting for Congressman Paduano to do that, but anyway, so there is a... Sinite niya ng contempt. So there is a motion to cite Colonel Hector Grijaldo in contempt for failing to attend the committee hearing of the Quadcom for the 4th time, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
Mr. Chair.
4th time. And this is in violation of Section 11 of our Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation. And this was duly seconded, and no objections was heard. So the chair rules that the motion is approved. Comsec, please relay to the Philippine National Police and the appropriate department where Colonel Grijaldo is an active member that the House Committee or the Quadcom has cited him in contempt. Therefore, ang kasunod po nito ay isang order na manggagaling sa committee ito to arrest Colonel Hector Grijaldo for violating the rules of procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation of the House of Representatives.
Mr. Chair,
And yes,
may I also further move that the contempt order be effective until the Quadcom delivers its committee report.
so there is a motion as well to...
Seconded.
Now, before that, if with the indulgence of Congressman Adyong, the order to cite him in contempt is in order and has already been ruled by the chair. The next appropriate motion is to order the detention of Colonel Grijaldo. And may I know what is the pleasure of the body as far as ordering the detention of Colonel Grijaldo? Any motion?
Mr. Chair, just to reiterate my earlier motion, that I move that the contempt order be effective until the Quadcom render its committee report.
So he will be detained where?
He will be detained until such time that the Quadcom is fully aware in the House of Representatives.
Okay, so there is a motion to detain Colonel Hector Grijaldo in the detention facility of the House of Representatives until the Quadcom terminates its committee hearing. Is there any second? Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Comsec, please coordinate with the Philippine National Police. Congressman Paduano, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to clarify now, that the Colonel Grijaldo was cited in contempt in violation of our internal rule, Section 11, Paragraph A, refusal to attend hearings without legal excuse. Para maliwanag lang po. Now, before I proceed to the next item, last item, Mr. Chairman, may I ask the DPRM? Nandito ba yung taga-DPRM, please?
DPRM, yeah. Please make the necessary corrections, Comsec, that he is in violation of Section 11, Paragraph A of the internal rules of the House. Yes, DPRM.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. I'm Police Colonel Rowena Acosta, the Chief of the Personnel Holding and Accounting Unit of the Directorate for Personnel and Records Management. Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a quick question. Ma'am, with this, what the attitude of Colonel Grijaldo with regards to invitations for him to attend this hearing? Diba, yung committee hearings in the House is still part of the official duty, supposedly, of a police officer?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Chair. In fact, when he was absent during the 10th joint public hearing last November 7, our office issued a notice to explain to Police Colonel Grijaldo, and the same was referred to the Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management for pre-charge evaluation and investigation. Last November 25, Mr. Chair, last November 26, the Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management informed us that they are currently conducting a pre-charge investigation, an admin case of neglect of duty to Police Colonel Grijaldo regarding his absence last November 7 of the 10th joint public hearing, Mr. Chair. Last November 27, when he again did not appear during the committee hearing, we again issued a notice to explain to Colonel Grijaldo, and the same was referred again to the Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management, Your Honor. So he is currently have a pending case, ongoing case for neglect of duty, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Can it fall with the grave neglect of duty?
We will refer the matter to the Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management, Your Honor. Because they
Mr.
were
Chair-
only informed as, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, that neglect of duty was filed already regarding his absence last November 7, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
So, may case na, admin case na that was filed.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your
And
Honor.
the standard operating procedure or the process, how many days for him to reply?
Mr. Chair, he was given the notice to answer regarding the charges against him. May I refer the matter to our SLO, the legal officer, regarding the process, Mr. Chair? If it's okay, Mr. Chair,
Please,
Your
please. Ano lang po, mabilis lang po kasi we have to proceed with the next item.
Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. The proceedings po sa pre-charge evaluation, dito po yung i-determine yung probable cause, kung probably guilty siya or not. So, he will be given 10 days to submit his counter affidavit. And then after nun po, within 10 days, magsasubmit po yung investigator ng pre-charge investigation report, sir.
Okay, within 10 days. And when will be that 10 days lapse?
The 10 days will lapse po after na nabigyan po siya ng notice, sir.
Kailan nga? When was that notice was received by Colonel Grijaldo? Para lang po masundan natin. And please, Mr. Chairman, we ask the IDM and the PRM to update us, no, with regards to the case. Ngayon po, ang tanong lang po, when was the time that Colonel Grijaldo received?
We will check the records po ng DIDM, sir.
Kasi po, the previous hearing was November 7, November 8. So, we do believe that during that time, after siguro, kasabihin mo na, after 2 days or 3 days. So now, it's December. Tama?
Yes po, sir. November.
Anyway, ano lang po,
Yes, sir. We will check our records.
check nyo na lang po, then mamaya, update na lang po, no?
Yes, sir. Yes po, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Chair.
Chairman.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Flores.
Just to add with what Chairman Caras was saying, PNP, for a while na, for every time that he fails to appear here giving flimsy excuses like that, would it be 1 count?
Yes po, Mr.
So
Chair.
are you saying that you have filed or initiated 2 or more of the cases against him?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
We want to be sure, kasi it's obvious that he's making these excuses to avoid appearing here in this committee.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
And in addition to that, the Commissioner of NAPOLCOM is present.
Yes, he's also present. I think I already asked you about this, diba, CEO? No? Kasi we're really serious. This is an affront to the committee na ginagawa niya lang ng mga excuses to avoid being here. Yet sa ibang committees naman, sumisipot siya. Diba? Just to be fair with the guy.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Acop, with the indulgence of Congressman Paduano.
Yes. Attorney, what is the rank of Colonel Grijaldo?
Colonel po, Mr. Chair.
Full Colonel.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Therefore, he is a presidential appointee.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
According to the rules, can he be investigated without the approval of the President?
Yes po, Mr. Chair. After po ng merong formal charge, so if there is already determination na may probable cause po, Mr. Chair, we will seek already presidential clearance before mag-proceed po tayo ng summary hearing procedure, Mr. Chair.
So you are telling this committee that the time that you will seek presidential clearance for you to investigate a presidential appointee would be after the finding of a probable cause?
Yes, Mr. Chair, yung pag-seek po ng presidential clearance to proceed to summary hearing na po, sir, proper.
And normally, how long does it take for you to come up with a recommendation to the President or the request for the approval of the President to conduct an investigation insofar as a presidential appointee is concerned?
Ideally po, sir, 110 days po, sir. Until po we will submit a recommendation to the Office of the President po, sir.
Kasi it defeats the purpose kung ganun. Diba? Yeah. Now, Mr. Chair, may I move that in the next committee hearing, we invite the attending physician of Colonel Grijaldo? So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a
Second,
motion
Mr. Chair.
to invite the attending physician of Colonel Grijaldo in the next Quadcom hearing, duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Comsec, please send the invitation to the attending physician of Colonel Grijaldo. Yes, anything else, Congressman
Last
Paduano?
in the list, Mr. Chairman, is the invitation that was addressed to Ms. Rose Nonolin. During the last hearing, he was absent because he was abroad, no, attending family matters. And now, the information is Rose Nonolin is now in the Philippines, and I would like to check with the BID if indeed that is true, that Ms. Rose Nonolin is now in the country from Hong Kong, I think. Now, but of course, he wrote a letter signed by the lawyers coming from Sigyun Reyna Montesilio and Ong Siako law offices. And the excuse is urgent, due to urgent personal matters, Mr. Chairman. Now, before we discuss this, BID, nandito ba ang BID? BID? Wala.
Yes, Comsec, is the BID present?
The representative was here earlier this morning, sir. They submitted the documents that we required them to submit that time. And one of those is the travel record of Ms. Rose Nonolin. And it confirmed that she is already in the country.
Comsec, paki-ano lang po, produce
Yes,
yung
sir,
dokumento.
yes,
So he's now in the country. That was confirmed with the ID through the travel documents. Now,
Mr. Chair, may I, with the indulgence of course, Chairman Carabs. Mr. Chair, I believe the PNP doctors are here to update us regarding the medical condition of Colonel Grijaldo. And then we have already decided the case of Colonel Grijaldo, and we even inviting the attending physician. May I request, since we will be expecting more guests later, that they may be excused, our PNP doctors, from the hearings, Mr. Chair, because they're only here again to update us in the case of Colonel Grijaldo, his medical condition, Mr. Chair.
Yes, I believe we can excuse
Yes.
the medical doctors of the PNP already, unless there's a violent objection from any of the members. Since there's none, thank you for your presence and informing this committee on the status of Colonel Hector Grijaldo. I hope to see you again in the next hearing. Thank you. So, may I ask everybody, the members, that we allow first the members to finish what they need to finish before we interject anything. Because Congressman Paduano is still discussing some of the admin matters, and after this, we will proceed with the interpellations. Now, by the way, ang ating pong guest sa issue ng drugs ay si Mr. Jimmy Guban, si Mr. Mark Taguba, andito rin yung ating mga taga-PIDEA, andito rin yung ating taga-Bucor, andito rin si Miss Jed Pilapil-C, the wife of the alleged drug lord who was killed in Dumoy, Davao. I think General Wilkins Villanueva, the former PIDEA Director General, is familiar with the case of Mr. Alan C., the husband of Jed Pilapil-C. And sino pa bang nandito natin na guest sa dangerous drugs? I'm sure they will come. If Congressman Paduano is done, can we now proceed with the members? Yes,
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Vargas.
Mr. Chair, I would just like to manifest and comment kasi we were told that this is the second excuse of Ms. Rose Nonolin to be absent from this committee. So she's here in the Philippines, and I have pictures that 2 days ago she's campaigning in my district. So the thing is, her statement or the information that she has is very important. She established that she lied about when she met her husband, but in 2002, they already have a daughter. This can establish that they already knew each other. Lin Wei Xiong, aka Alan Lim, already knew Rose Nonolin. Okay. Now remember, she's the only Filipino left in the highest of highest matrices that was issued by the Senate, by the House of Representatives, and by PIDEA. Siya na yung natitirang mataas dito. So I believe the second information then that she said there was no criminal charges issued against her husband as asked by Chairman Acop. We're waiting for the ombudsman to give us the cases. We have the case numbers, but we just need the cases. So we really need to have her here because the longer she waits, the more she can fix things, the more she can make her move to fix things. So it's already been twice, and she's here naman. So why don't we, for me, I believe, I would like to make a motion. I move that we subpoena to testify Ms. Rose Nonolin so she can have an avenue to clarify all the allegations and the qualms and questions that we have. So, Mr. Chair, I repeat, I move to issue a subpoena to testify for Ms. Rose Nonolin. And just another note, the birth certificate post that was made by her daughter has already been removed as of this morning. So there's already a track of covering, di ba? There's traces of covering. So I hope she can come here and clear her name and address the issues.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
we will again extend another invitation for Miss Rose Nono Lin. And she has sent, I think, a letter as to why she was absent for the hearing scheduled for today. And para naman po hindi lumabas na tayo po'y nanggigipit, no? Bibigyan po natin ng pagkakataon. But with a promise that in the next scheduled committee hearing that she will not attend, then it will give the committee grounds to cite her in contempt. And of course, ang kasunod po ng contempt ay ang order to arrest her. So I hope that is clear to Congressman Vargas.
Very clear, Mr. Chair. Thank you very
Okay,
much po.
maraming salamat. Congressman Acop?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I know if LRA is represented today?
Any representative from LRA?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon to the honorable members of the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Were you present in the previous hearing?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Now, I think there are some requirements from your office which are supposed to submit.
Yes,
Did you
Mr.
submit
Chair.
all these requirements?
Earlier this morning, Mr. Chair, 2 requirements out of 4 requirements are submitted earlier this morning, Mr. Chair. Because for Mr. Chair, we received a letter dated December 10, 2024 requiring us 4 submissions, Mr. Chair. For items number 1 and 4, Mr. Chair, the same has been complied earlier this morning, Mr. Chair. However, for items number 2 and 3, the same has not yet been complied, Mr. Chair, considering that there's a need for further investigation, Mr. Chair, considering that the request mentioned in items number 2 and 3 requires verification, Mr. Chair, considering that, for example, for item number 3, we are being required to submit list of lands owned by those represented themselves as Filipino citizens but are actually foreign nationals. The same is, in order to comply the same, Mr. Chair, there still need to verify the nationality.
I'll be specific. Did you submit a precise calculation of the land areas represented by the 30 titles issued to Empire 999?
Yes, Mr.
With
Chair.
a special focus on the 9 titles located in Mexico, Pampanga.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Was this submitted already?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And about the land documents pertaining to the land transactions between Mr. Alex Tumang and Mr. Willie Ong,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
submitted already?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
How about you all the detailed reports on the number of land holdings acquired by Empire 999?
Submitted, Mr. Chair.
Submitted. And lastly, for you to provide a complete accounting of all lands transferred to foreign nationals in Mexico, Pampanga, including both titled and untitled property. Di ba?
In order to confirm, Mr. Chair, Attorney Lorna D. is here, the Register of Deeds for the province of Pampanga. It will be verified by Attorney Lorna.
Your Honor, good morning. With regards the records of the list of properties owned by aliens, we cannot yet provide it, Your Honor, unless the PSA will give us the list of those supposedly Chinese citizens or foreign nationals whose birth certificates has been canceled. So
Can you- Yes. Can you please coordinate with PSA? Kailangan pa bang orderan ng committee na ito? Or you can do it with lateral coordination with the aforementioned agency, the PSA?
Yes, Your Honor, we will do that.
Thank you. Pidea, are you here this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were required in the last hearing to submit the official PIDEA Region 11 logbook.
Yes, Your Honor. We submitted it.
Covering December 31, 2004 and January 1 to 5, 2005.
Yes, Your Honor.
This was submitted already.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. For NBI,
NBI.
in the last hearing, the NBI was directed to obtain Mr. Alan Lim's case files and fingerprint records from the Cavite Court to verify his identity and involvement. Dahil in the last hearing, sabi ni General Wilkins Villanueva, hindi magkaiba yung tao na pre-present. And Miss Madam Nono Lim also denied na yun ang kanyang asawa. So, in the last hearing, NBI was directed to obtain the case files and fingerprint records from the Cavite Court to verify his identity and involvement. Was this already submitted?
NBI?
Mr. Chairman, we already secured the records from the court and the examination of those fingerprints in comparison to available records of Lee Winxiong is underway, Mr. Chairman.
So when can this be finished and be submitted to this committee?
The examination is ongoing, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, I know. My question is when can it be submitted?
I will coordinate with the fingerprint examiner, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Is the LTO represented today? Wala.
LTO? Are you? Well, there's no LTO representative.
Because in the last hearing, Mr. Chair, yung listahan po ng mga ini-eliminate o nililiquidate, kaya madali raw mahanap dahil ang tumutulong po sa kanila ay yung taga-LTO. Kaya we were asking for the complete name of the regional director of LTO then. Kaya I think LTO was directed to find out kung sino po yung kwan nun.
So, COMSEC, have we communicated with the LTO as to the name of the regional director?
We only invited them, sir, but we have not communicated to that effect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe in the next hearing, this can be verified. Thank you, Mr. Chair. PSA. Is PSA represented today?
Yes, Your Honor.
The PSA was required to provide the committee all the birth certificates for the children of Rose Nonolin. Complied?
Yes, Your Honor. It's already submitted.
Thank you. And for the Bureau of Immigration, nandito ba? All the requirements were submitted, COMSEC. And would COMSEC please provide the members copies of this document? I think that would be all, Mr. Chair. Marami pong salamat.
Okay, thank
Chairman,
you.
Chairman.
Thank you,
just,
Congressman
one
Acop. Yes, Congressman Paduano.
Chairman, with regards to the documents being required to LRA, ma'am, I have talked before the hearing started. I talked to AMLA, and he told me that some documents that you have submitted in the previous hearing pa po, well, in fact, during the Mexico Pampanga hearing, at it was submitted to the Quadcom committee, to the Quad committee, you submit a different documents, not all those documents. List of properties being acquired by foreign national and companies.
Yes, Your Honor, may I clarify that matter? Because these data are being extracted only, a difference in spelling will produce a different result. However,
So, ma'am, to cut you short. So, in short, you submitted to us previously documents that is not verified. Are you saying that?
no, Your Honor, we verified it. I'll take, for example, the case of AD Tayang. The spelling of the AD in the documents that we submitted previously is AEDY. But now, the spelling that was given to LRA Central Office is AEDI. So it produced no results. That's why there's a difference. That's why we're consolidating it now, Your Honor.
But ma'am, again, let me warn you. In the case of Eddie Tayang, malinaw po, di ba? Yung isang property, that's why during the Mexico Pampanga, in my committee hearing, I told you, and I warned you, na wala munang galawan dun sa mga properties. And well, in fact, one of the property of Eddie Tayang was sold to a certain Rodingo. Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ngayon you're telling us na bago yung mga list, tapos ano nakalagay doon sa notes nyo? Na yung previous not on record?
No, it's on record, Your Honor. The list that we submitted before has the title numbers, yes, in the name of AD Tayang.
No, I'm not just, Eddie Tayang is just an example.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, ang tanong ko ngayon, are those documents being submitted previously? Is the same documents that you have submitted in today's hearing?
They are not the same, Your Honor, in the sense that if there is a difference in spelling, there's a difference in the result. So we're now consolidating, we're checking the spelling of all the names submitted last week and the names that we submitted previously so that we can consolidate all our reports.
Ma'am, ano lang ako, medyo, kasi until now, AMLA, the case that was filed doon sa mga forfeiture of properties, isa pa lang po, okay, that's not your fault. It's the fault of AMLA. But, ang sinasabi ko lang po, pag may nangyari doon sa mga dokumento, babalikan ko yan sa staff ko, may mangyari doon sa dokumento that you have submitted and transaction being made in the period in which you submit the document, may problema po kayo.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will personally recommend to file a case against you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Para malinaw lang po. Because I have already warned you. Sa public accounts pa lang. Kasi po, inaayos ka natin itong proseso natin dito sa inyo.
Yes, Your Honor. With due respect, I was the one who called the attention of our legal department that there is a discrepancy in the report that was submitted this morning.
Okay, but ang sinasabi ko lang po, that's why, ano na po, ingat-ingat po tayo. Kasi, I've told you before,
Yes, Your Honor.
nalusutan tayo dun sa isang property, prime property pa. Saka talagang malinaw na kay Eddie Yang yun, bininta kay Rodingo. Diba?
Yes, Your Honor. For the record, Your Honor, we already complied with 2 orders of injunction from the CA, and the other one is from the SEC regarding the nullification of the Certificate of Registration of Empire Estate 999.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, dyan na po muna ako, no? And before I yield my to SDS Dong. Chairman, can we direct the COMSEC, Mr. Chairman, that baka pwedeng mag-overtime kayo during the break. Pag-reconcile lahat ng mga dokumentong pinadala sa atin ng LRA before submitting it to AMLA for any legal purposes. Thank you, Chairman.
Comsec, please comply. Yes, SDS Gonzales.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. RD Lorna, kasi, alam mo, tiga Pampanga tayo, tiga San Fernando ako, tiga Mexico ako. Kung po pwede, yung from Pandara, San Fernando, covered court na ginawa ko ron, kung pupunta ka sa Mabalacat, tingin ka sa kanan, di ba? May makikita ka doon, covered court pinagawa ko. Lahat ng lupa na yon, almost 500 hectares yung lupang yon. Dire-diretso mo yon, kakanan ka, San Felipe na yon, San Fernando. Pag diretso ka ng San Felipe, San Jose Matulid, San Antonio, San Lorenzo, hanggang doon sa Quezon Road. Ang lupa doon is, lagay ko, more or less 600 hectares. Kaya more or less, San Fernando plus Mexico equals to 1.1 million hectares. So kung po pwede, i-consolidate mo lahat. Gawa natin na, i-plot natin na maayos. And then we will compare the names of the owner. Yung Yatay Holdings po yan. Tapos may Empire dyan, yung pinag-uusapan natin. So yun lang ang request ko. If you can coordinate to the assessor of the City of San Fernando and the city and Municipality of Mexico, and then the RD, the LRA, we can consolidate all of that.
Yes, Your Honor, we will coordinate with the assessor of the City of San Fernando. And for the records, Your Honor, as regards the Mexico properties, we had submitted the documents regarding the Yatay Holdings and the Board of Directors. And the total area of this property is 499
Hectares.
hectares, Your Honor.
499 hectares. So hindi ako malapit dun sa sinabi ko. Except for the area of San Fernando.
Yes, Your Honor. And we have the Register of Deeds of the City of San Fernando here so that we can also work with him regarding the plotting of all these land holdings.
Okay. Sige, pakiayos lang po natin and then we will attach the original owner of that.
Yes, however, Your Honor, our records will only yield data regarding titled properties. The unregistered titles, unregistered lands, the records of which may be taken from the City Assessor of San Fernando and the Assessor of Mexico.
Yes, we can plot that if we have the title. However, kung yung pangalan medyo mali yung spelling, we can plot the consolidation
Yes,
of the
Your Honor.
of
We
the
will
property.
submit the record.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, RD Lorna.
Thank you, SDS Gonzales. Now we will proceed with the interpellation proper. The first to interpellate is, may I have the list, Congressman